What's happening, everybody? Today I'm kicking off a review of Renpho's 480 square foot air purifier, and I'll say this up front, their company's name is not called Renpho, which is what I called them through the entire last review that I did. But today I want to break into this bad boy because we tested a smaller version of the same air purifier and it worked pretty well. But this larger one's supposed to hit 480 square feet and clear out a whole lot of smoke for a whole lot less than some of the other models out there. So I'm going to take you guys through the specs on this thing, but the first thing I want to do is test it out tonight. We're going to be doing Cigars Daily live in this room. So I've got Billy here, Phil is here, I'm here, Jim's going to be here soon. There should be 4 or 5 people in this room actually smoking, and I want to see how well this does during our live show to clean the air in the room. Now the studio here is 20 feet by 15 feet. It's about 300 square feet. It's a little bit bigger maybe than my office, or about the same size as the office with no wall in the middle. So Jim and I share an office now. It's like a master suite office, and it's kind of badass. But this thing should easily clear the smoke from at least 4 people smoking in a 300 square foot room, and that's what we're going to put to the test tonight. So let me pull this thing out of the pack, put it together, and then we'll jump in. So unboxing. Caution card, open up the filter before you get going, remove packaging. So you don't want to just open this thing up and use it. Bottom screws right off. And then here's our multi-filter in here. So this thing's got a few filters in there. I think charcoal along with a HEPA filter and maybe 1 or 2 other phases. I'll take you guys through some of that as we get into the specifications of this bad boy. What this thing doesn't have is like, here's where right side up is and upside down, but it sort of seems like it doesn't matter which way it goes in. There. Easy enough. Put the bottom back on. Screw it in, and there we go. I'm going to plug this bad boy in, and then we'll test it tonight. I'll bring you guys the specs in just a few. Yeah, Phoenix is one of the largest cigar markets out there. We have 7 cigar shops and lounges. So you got everything from the best shops, the most hospitable, great people with an amazing selection, to shops where it's like you can either buy a membership or go sit outside, which is, I mean, arguably not customer service.
They have tables.
Tables.
They have tables and chairs. So here we go.
And recently I started reviewing products from Renpho. They make air purifiers, but theirs are really affordable. After using this for Cigars Daily Live, I gotta say, the Renpho made quite an impression, and I lined them up here so you can see the 220 square foot unit next to the 480, but this thing is what we used in the studio last night while we shot the show, and I'll tell you guys, just for a frame of reference, the first week we did Cigars Daily Live here at the shop, it was like, we filled the building with smoke here. When we finished the show, we came out and it was hazy everywhere, to the point where I was like nervous about the rest of the staff having to come in the next morning. Then fast forward 1 week to where we used this bad boy for Cigars Daily Live. We had almost a half a dozen people smoking in there, and the air was crystal clear the entire time. This thing somehow, I don't know how they're doing it, it just scrubs air like crazy for like 1/5 of the cost of some of its competitors on the market. So a couple of the specs on this thing, if you bump it up to its top rating, it's going to spit out about 56 decibels, give or take, when it's actually making noise. I'll give you an idea of what that's like. So right now it's on full force. So this would be it scrubbing as much air as it can, and it's got 4 different settings that each one comes with its own noise level. And at the same time, I'm going to put that, so this is on 75% or level 3 setting right here. So that's the noise you're going to actually get out of the unit. This thing scrubs 176 cubic feet per minute worth of air. So if you and a few people are smoking in a room, from my experience, I can tell you, it's going to keep that air pretty dang clean. So it's pretty impressive. Scrubs that air in just 2 minutes. Jim is sitting right here next to me doing math because that's what Jim does. When he hears numbers, he does the math right away. It's an impressive little deal, and the thing comes with a very simple filter. And the big thing for me, this is a huge deal, and Jim and I have even talked about this, replacement costs on the filters, because that's where some of these companies are going to get you. They're going to sell you a unit very affordably, and they're going to charge you an arm and a leg for the filters, but you can replace this one in this unit for around 20 or 30 bucks for the filter. You get it on Amazon. I'm sure it ships prime to your house. And so I gotta say, I give this thing a sterling review, especially for what you're gonna pay for it, around 100 to 120 bucks for the unit to get it sent to your place. It does a fantastic job, and again, at a fraction of the cost of what a lot of the other units on the market are going to do. And so I'll ask you guys, if you use a Renpho anything in your house, drop a comment down below with what you think of their products, because we'll all learn better when we learn together. And if you're looking for this thing and you want to pick one up and even get a discount on it, look for this video on cigarsdailyplus.com, where you can get even more and probably a coupon code to save some more off of this thing on Amazon. I want to thank all of you so much who support Cigars Daily. It means the world to our family here. I'm going to finish my Oliva Milanio and let this thing scrub the air behind me while I do. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. This is Tim signing off for Cigars Daily, and I will see you in the comments.